News coming in from Manipur, where unfortunately violence is still being reported from, and politics has begun over this, with the Congress hitting out at the central government. Jairam Ramesh of the Congress party now taking to Twitter. He says, and I quote, Union Minister from Manipur is lamenting the prevailing situation in the state, but the PM is still silent, too busy preparing for his visit to the United States while Manipur continues to burn. That's the allegation coming to the fore from the Congress party. The Congress has blamed the central government, the BJP, for mishandling the situation in Manipur, which is why 2 months on we still see sporadic instances of violence. Yesterday, the home of Union MOS of MEA was torched in Imphal. Those are visuals that you see on your screens where miscreants set his home, his vehicles set ablaze. While the minister was in the national capital himself, we had a reaction coming to the fore from him this morning, where he lamented the kind of situation that is prevailing in the state. Remember, internet continues to be suspended for another 5 days until the 20th in the light of the violence that we have seen. Preeti, my colleague, getting us more details. Preeti, the politics continues. We've seen the kind of reactions that come to the fore from the Congress party. But what's the actual situation on ground now?
See, if we talk about the actual situation there in Manipur as of now, there are a lot of fresh violence, reports of fresh violence coming in. But along with that, the peace committee that was constituted under the governor of the state is also trying to make the process on. They are trying to talk with both the communities. After the Union Home Minister visited the state, he stayed here for 3 days and he tried to talk with all the stakeholders about the issues. And then he went back. Then, and time and again, we have seen that the Chief Minister has also addressed the people, and he has stated that the peace cannot be bought just alone by the rulers, by the people who are in the government, but also the people. The common people will have to get back, make the mind to get back to peace, because the peace committee is trying their best to talk to the people of both the communities. But it seems that there are certain miscreants, as we have seen that the people are to be identified. There are certain miscreants who are trying to spread violence in the state as well. So along with the peace committee's process trying to be forwarded, we have seen that certain fresh reports of violence is also coming in, which definitely states that there are still certain miscreants who do not want the peace process to start, who do not want the peace to come back to Manipur. Maybe as stated by the civilians, there are those people who do not want violence anymore because they are at the receiving end. But regarding the politics, as we talk about, there is a lot of politics happening regarding the situation in Manipur at this point of time. The Congress is also leveling charges that the PM Modi has not spoken anything on this incident. But we cannot ignore the fact that the Union Home Minister was here for 3 consecutive days, where the Manipur Chief Minister recently addressing a press conference stated that this is maybe the first time that one Union Home Minister has visited the northeastern state and stayed there for 3 days and tried to talk with all the stakeholders about the issue. But the peace cannot be bought back just by the rulers, but also by the people of the state. Until and unless the people try to make the process to the peace process, the peace committee, this won't be possible, as he stated, and Biren Singh stated in yesterday's press conference.
Unfortunately, peace continues to elude the state of Manipur. Do stay on with me, because like we've been pointing out, unfortunately, an Union MOS MEA's home in Imphal was torched yesterday. Let's listen into what he had to say. Also, CNN News 18 was on ground present when that happened. The aftermath is what we've tracked. Take a look.
Make an amicable solution. Let us move forward for development. Sometimes some vested interested group wanted to use this religious card, but we totally against it, and there is no religious. Now at the moment, luckily on that very night, my children are just arrived to Delhi. Otherwise, see, this is the second attempt. First attempt, I was there, so I requested the security advisor for prompt action, but yesterday nobody is there. And then about nobody is there means my mothers and brothers are there. And then what happened, the earlier attack was in early evening, that was 8:30. Yesterday was about 10:30. So everybody is relaxed, and even the security, we cannot come up.
Preeti, my colleague, continues to be with us, getting us the very latest as far as the situation in Manipur goes. Now, Preeti, we've seen the kind of reaction that came to the fore from the Chief Minister. He appealed for calm, but he also said that as far as efforts that are being taken, we are seeing that the violence, the number of incidents of violence have reduced over a period of time.
Of course, the number of incidents, if we see from 3rd of May, the situation that was actually in the state, it has got to better. And in certain days, we have seen that there are no reports of violence. Although in the last 2-3 days, the reports of violence have started getting afresh. But before that, we could see a 3-day complete peace returning back to the state. But it seems that as we are talking about certain miscreants, because we have seen that the Kuki INPIS has also stated, they have also stated that they want peace. They are actually happy about the initiative taken by the center, the Meitei. There are certain Meitei representatives who are also stating that they want back peace to the state. But there are certain violence still being reported, which definitely states that there are certain miscreants who do not want back peace in the state at this point of time, perhaps because they are also not agreeing with it. They have a lot of disagreements with the peace committee as well. But if we talk about the incidents coming out down, the violent incidences that has happened in the state in the last more than 1 month, almost for 1 month and 15 days now. So we have seen that the number of violence have come down, but there is still certain fresh violence being reported, and we have always termed that they are the miscreants who have tried to done this, because there are Kuki people who want back peace, there are Meitei people who want back peace as well, because their children, their people are at the receiving end. The data services are banned, the main national highways are also blocked at certain places, which is making the price rise in the essential commodities. They cannot go back. So many over 50,000 people are displaced. They are staying in different parts. So you see, a lot of people want back peace. They do not want violence. But who are these people who want violence is also another question.
Absolutely. Who's really responsible for the kind of violence that we are seeing? Politically, the Congress believes that it's the BJP who is unable to handle the situation, and it is for them to ensure that this does not continue. Unfortunately, sporadic incidents of violence coming to the fore from Manipur. The internet ban has been extended until the 20th of this month as well.